G'day guys, Paul here from Ultimate Cook. I'm just off Mooloolaba at the moment on my own and just fishing for hopefully some snapper or some reef fish, and we'll see how we go. Absolutely beautiful day, glorious day, winter obviously here on the Sunshine Coast. It was 9 degrees, which is very unusual for the sunny coast this morning, so definitely snapper fishing. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. It might be a little bit early in the season, but let's just see how we go. There's been plenty of whales too. Hopefully I'll get a few of those jumping for you. So yeah, just out here on my own. Beautiful Saturday and absolutely loving it. So hopefully I'll get a feed. Cheers guys. Okay, on the fish now. Just coming back through the Burley Trail. Or what it is, probably a little snapper I'd say. Give me a little bit of curry. Oh, it's just about up anchor too. Just had a few whales with me this morning. So this is winter fishing off. Getting close to the boat now, I think. Nice. What is he? Ah, Tusky. Thought it might have been a snapper, but he's a nice Tusky. There we go. Beautiful. There you go. Nice little Tusky. So he'll go in the esky. Pretty happy with that guy. Beautiful. Get some fillets off him. You see them beautiful big teeth right at the front. Pushing crabs and whatever else. We'll get him in the esky. I just had a whale full breach just in front of me over here as I'm pulling the anchor up. Came out and it actually did a triple spin in the air. Incredible. Just might whack the GoPro on here. There he is. I don't know if you got that. I don't know if I got it or not. Oh, I hope so. Jeez, that was insane. Okay guys, a little bit of a exciting day today. I lost 3 good fish. Don't know what they were. I think they might have been mackerel, but I didn't actually get that on the camera. Ended up with a few reef fish. Got a nice Tusky here, and that's about a 45 centimetre Tusky. I just measured the Emperor, and this is a Spaniel Emperor. 45 centimetres legal. This one's 50 centimetres, which is good. Didn't get too many fish today, but hey, it's enough for a feed. And then a nice pan snapper. Legal is 35 here in Queensland. This guy's 37, so he's nice and legal. He'll be great for the wife. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the reef fish 3 different ways, just to show you some different ways to cook your reef fish when you get them home. So I'll see you back in the kitchen. Because that just floats the anchor straight to the top. Great when you're on your own. Fantastic. Heading home. What a beautiful day out on the water. Wow. Which way's home? I'm trying to work it out now. Well guys, back from the boat, and the first dish that I'm going to do is with the Spaniel Emperor. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of rice flour on here. This is the only pan I could find that was big enough so I could dust it at the moment. Just tap it. What I'm doing at the moment is just getting rid of the moisture from the fish. And that's what tends to make it stick. Okay, I'm going to season that up as well. A little bit of pepper, put more in the guts. And then I'm going to pop some salt in here as well. Beautiful. So now it's time to pop it on the barbecue. Okay, so I'm just going to put some oil on the barbecue here. That's too big for the barbecue. Just going to pop that on. People say to me, hey, how do you know when it's cooked, Paul? So what I've done, I've actually trimmed all the fins off because they tend to stick. But what I've done is left this last dorsal fin in here. And once that pops out, I know it's cooked. So I've got to give it around about 10 minutes on this side and then probably around about 8 minutes on the other side. I'm going to turn the barbecue on low now, so we've got it nice and hot. And basically we're just going to use it like an oven to barbecue. Some sauce today to go with our fish. Real simple, really easy. Now most people have a NutriBullet hanging around the house, but you can do this by hand, just chopping it. But I'm being a little bit lazy. So what I've got here is we've got some parsley and coriander. The South Americans call this a chimichurri sauce. It's very similar to that. There's so many different methods to making it, and it's such an easy sauce to make. Also going to put some garlic in here. So the garlic goes in. A little bit of chili goes in, not too much. I just like a little chilies. Also I've got some balsamic vinegar here, white balsamic, or you can use red wine vinegar. That just gives a little bit of a zing to the sauce. And lemon juice, again. Just gives it a really nice piquant sort of flavour. Goes really, really well with fish. Also goes great with steak. Then we've got some olive oil that we're going to put in there. It's a little bit like making an Italian pesto, I suppose. We're just going to give it a quick blitz. Do a little blast. We're going to stop it, and then we're just going to give it a bit of a stir. Might need a little bit more liquid in there. Get it going on a little bit more oil. It does take a little bit of time, so you've got to be patient. Maybe just a bit more oil. And like I say, this is really, really good for you. It goes fantastic with fish. And it's so easy, and it tastes so fresh. Really, really good for you. Give it one more blast. Beautiful, and that'll do it. Just going to leave that in there. I'm going to check on the fish. Okay, just going to leave that down there probably for around about 8 minutes now, just to cook on the other side. You always cook a little bit less on the second side. The next reef fish that I'm going to cook today is the snapper. So what I've done is I've taken the actual the fins off, gilled and gutted. Also removed the wings, because on these smaller fish they've got tiny bones, and I hate tiny bones in fish. So I've removed them. I've also scored it on not straight cuts, but really, really on the slant, okay? Which basically protects, these little flaps here will protect the fish. I'm going to do a crispy skinned Thai style fish dish. Just going to put some nice rice flour through here again, all over the fish. This just gives it a bit of protection when we're going to crispy fry it. I just need to test whether my oil's hot enough. Got to be very, very careful with this. Okay, I've got a little bit of parsley here. Probably will spit, so you just got to flush a little bit. That's definitely hot enough. So I'm just going to turn that really low now. My fish is going straight into the pan. So just be careful when you put your fish in. Okay, just going to pan sear these nice and simply. A little bit of, again, a little bit of rice flour. You can use normal flour. I've started using rice flour lately. This is just mainly just get the wetness out of it. Also the butter sticks to it. So I'm just going to pour some clarified butter in there for a while. So it's so easy to do, but the reason why I clarify it, there's a reason why I clarify it, so that it doesn't burn. Because, as you know, butter's got a lot of milk solids in there, and it tends to burn. So that's why we clarify it. So this is just going straight onto the barbecue. Especially if you're frying with oil outside and you've got a naked flame here. Always be very, very careful, especially I'm going to be turning this fish very, very shortly. So what I normally do is I turn the gas off completely, so it won't catch on fire, you won't have any problems that way. The last thing we want is you have dramas with this. So always make sure that you turn the flame off before we turn it, and then we just turn it back on again. So, like I said, turn the gas off while you're turning the fish. It's turning pretty good. It's probably only going to take a few minutes on the other side at the moment. So guys, I've got my crispy snapper cooked. I'm going to let that just drain off this sauce very, very quickly. So in here I've got some vegetable oil. In goes some chilies. And just saute those off. I'm going to add some palm sugar. melt that palm sugar down. Okay, as you can see, the sugar's starting to melt down now. Beautiful. I'm going to add some coconut cream to this as well. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic in there as well. I like to add the garlic now. You can put it in and fry it, but I like to add it now because it tends to burn very, very quickly. So, and then in I go with some lime juice, fresh lime juice. And I've got some tamarind water here, so just some tamarind pulp, a little bit of water. This gives it a really nice acidic flavour. And then lastly, some fish sauce. And I just add this to taste. Basically, probably about a teaspoonful, a tablespoon, I should say. That tastes absolutely beautiful. Second dish, that's our crispy skin snapper with our coconut sauce. And we're just going to garnish that with a little bit of this coriander. Just a nice lime cheek. So I'm just going to get my reef fish up here. Hopefully I don't drop it. It's always a bit tricky when you're doing it with the fish. That's the Spangled Emperor, and it's cooked whole on the barbecue. Very, very simple dish, easy to do. Tusk fish, they call it. It all comes from the parrot family. That's just been grilled. And I'm going to serve this one, again with some tomatoes just on the side, and also my beautiful chimichurri sauce. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this on top of the fish. There we go, nice and simple. Can't wait to taste it. We've got our nice emperor there, very, very simple dish. We've got a crispy skin snapper, and also we've got our tusk fish. So guys, don't forget to join us every Friday here at The Hook and the Cook, and we'll see you next week somewhere out on the water. Cheers guys.